Welcome to 3D Printing Basics, and we're going to continue with our sculpture. And so now we're going to use Tinkercad. So you should have already drawn your image, and you should have converted it from a JPEG to an SVG file. If you haven't done that, go back to tutorials, and then you can figure out where we are at. So first thing we're going to do is make a Tinkercad account if you haven't already done that, and we're going to go to create a new design. First, we're just going to change the name up here to whatever the person's name is. This is Nicole's. And symbol. Okay, and then we're going to press import. Choose the file. We put ours on our desktop, so that's what we're going for that. Press OK, and then open. It comes out too large. It comes out with 4,000 there, so I need to mess with its scale. So if I just go 20, press over here in this area, and then it should be fine. Yours might be a little bit different. Just mess with the scale. Don't mess with the dimensions, otherwise it comes out all wonky. So if I go import, this takes a little bit of time, but it's going to be pretty large. And you can also see over here, there's a little problem. We have this extra. If I click it, it takes in this whole size there. So I want to get rid of this thing. The reason this happened was because in our picture, if you look right here, when she took the picture, there was a little bit of gray right there. And when it converted it, that's what this little sliver of thing was. But it's not a big deal. All we do if we have any little things on the outside or they're not part of the image that you want, you just come over here and you bring in a box, and then we're going to, I'm going to make this go away a little bit so I can see. Just pull it in there, and then if I group everything, so I left clicked and then just selected everything and just pressed group, it should get rid of that little asset right there. Yep. Alright, so now I have a perfect square that I can use the measurements. So the square, the image that we want to use is going to be 100 by 100. So we go to these corners, and then we can click here to change the actual sizes. So we pull this in the center, use our scroll wheel to scroll up. And just kind of check it real quick to make sure that there's no little extra things that are going to go wrong. But I want, this is way too high right now too. So what I want to do is I go to the middle and I can mess with the height. So you select that little square. I'm going to make this 3.5 millimeters high. So that is that. So now the last thing we're going to do with the Tinkercad is we need to export it. So we may make sure each side is 100, 100. So 100, 100, and at the top is 3.5. We're going to press export. We're going to go into download. We're going to choose STL. All right, so now once that's done, we just take it, drag it right here, and then that's it for this tutorial. So import the SVG, change it to 100 by 100 and 3.5 high, then export it as an STL file to your desktop, and that's it. And we'll continue in the next tutorial. Thanks.